This assignment is an analysis essay of a place that you know well, a public place that you know well. So let's take a look at it and see how to write such a thing. It's about a public place. Whether it's a third place, you can decide based on the readings in your textbook. I decided to pick the Royal Palace Park in Oslo, Norway. So the first thing I would talk about would be, what's its design like? Well, it has these paths that go everywhere. It's very informal, huge old trees that have been there hundreds of years, and very green in the summer, absolutely everywhere. A real oasis, I would say. Who uses it? Everybody uses it. You walk through it to get from one place to the other, or you sit down and chat with people. There are benches everywhere, or you have a picnic on the grass. Are there buildings? Well, yeah, in addition to the castle, which is the only place you can't go into, there are lots of small buildings here and there. And what activities happen there? People basically just hang out and chat with friends. There, a lot of people take pictures of the castle and things like that. Not Norwegians, I don't think we would do that, but a lot of people do. There are a few organized things, but mostly it's very casual and informal. People hang out there to eat an ice cream in the summer, or in the winter when there's snow, they go skiing there. Let's consider the next paragraph, which would be evaluation of the place. So, one criterion could be, is it free and open for everyone? And the answer is yes. There are no gates and no fences. Anybody can walk in. Another criterion is safety. And I'm afraid I would have to say that it used to be safe at night. Now, though, I wouldn't walk alone there in the dark any longer. And that's very sad. Road noise? Yeah, a little tiny bit, but not very much. You really can't hear traffic at all. Are there plants and trees? Oh, yes, lots of them, including some very famous rose gardens and other kinds of plants. And of course, there is the children's party on May 17th when we celebrate Independence Day. And here's a picture of that castle, and the park is on both sides of you here. And they have the Norwegian flags, those red, white, and blue ones. I can't see the king here, so it's either before he has gone out on the balcony, he would be behind that guy on the horse, and or maybe afterwards. But that's what it looks like. So let's consider the paragraphs in an analysis essay. It's a normal 5-paragraph essay. There's an introduction. I think in this case I would probably do an anecdote introduction. And since I'm going to use my thesis statement of the Palace Park needs more security, I think I'll talk about something that is actually true, which is one time when I was a teenager, I had stayed out all night. I had not called my parents. I was really bad. And I had to walk through the park. No taxis or anything were running at that time. Early, early morning, and I did alone, all by myself. And I did that. I would never do that now. And I don't think I want to talk about how my parents treated me when I get home because they had stayed up all night. Ooh. The end of my introduction is the Palace Park needs more security. That's my thesis statement here. So the first body paragraph is going to be a description of the park. That was the first thing we talked about. The second body paragraph is going to be an evaluation of how the park functions, and there are good things and not so good things about that. Now, my third body paragraph is going to be recommendations for improvement, and I am going to recommend that there be more security so that ordinary people feel safer in the night. In daytime, there's no problem, but at night, it could be. And my concluding paragraph, I think I'm going to make it easy. I'll just paraphrase the thesis and say something like, in order to serve all the people of the capital, the Palace Park should be a place where anyone can feel safe anytime. And for my conclusion here, my last image, this is our king, King Harold. He doesn't look very much like a king, does he? In fact, it's a terrible portrait, actually. He's much nicer looking than that. But there you are. This is his official portrait of King Harold of Norway. Thank you.